What's up, guys? So upon logging in, you will be greeted into the 4.0 update. I personally have not been playing the game as much as I should. So now I have a power-up function, which just combines all the different ways, or all the other functions that are giving you power at the bottom taskbar. 4.0 gives you Mami Iboku, which is going to result in a lot of power climbing for everyone. I'll have to eventually go through this as well. So you just basically have to collect scrolls and resources and basically go from each cultivation. There's multiple pages which result in different phases, and it's just gonna be a lot to do. You get them from daily activity event packs as well as events. You even have one-click cultivation, and then when you run out, it tells you to get it. So more information on this feature. Otherwise, from what I see here, I have really nothing else to say. Besides, it's just going to give you a lot of power. It gives you stats to your entire lineup, which is very useful. So, new feature means everyone's going to have to try and at least spend some coupons into this or just find a way to raise power from it. But 4.0, honestly, it came out a lot sooner than everyone thought. I personally thought since they gave a preview, with 2.0, it kind of happened the same thing. I think they put their preview one week before, if not 2 weeks before 2.0 actually came out. I wasn't around for 3.0, so I'm not sure how that happened. So with 4.0, I thought maybe it would take a little bit longer, but no, actually, I think it was announced a week before it came out, and then it just hit us. So it's interesting. Also, now you can actually see what ninjas are in the treasures. So they tell you that golds are super rares, reds are, they don't have an official term for it as far as I know, but I always call them ultra rares just because they are the ninjas you pretty much get fragments for, and that's how you make them up. So I consider red ninjas like Itachi and the reanimated Sage Mode Hashirama ultra rare. So I being the super rare, and then purples are regular rares, and then the blues are all the ninjas you pull from 10 pulls. So you can see here, we actually have the sealed treasure newcomer exclusive recruit. So I don't know what this means. Maybe the first 20 scrolls give you, or pulling the 20 scrolls gives you a rare, something like that. But it doesn't seem like they changed it. I know in China, I forgot which treasure it is. They don't have Tendo treasure in China as far as I know. It got combined into like sealed treasure. And I don't even think Sage Naruto treasure is there either, so all three of these are combined. But basically, you would also have QB fragments in there, which would be pretty cool. So it just makes it easier. So these three are combined in China. But you're also able to get like Tobi Rama from it and QB. So we're still not up to there. China is way further, if not 5.0 or 6.0, whatever they are on. But we got 4.0 now. Also, like I said, this screenshot, I think Germany is going to obviously get this treasure soon. I'm not sure if they already have it or what, but I saw this screenshot on my Discord. So you pretty much see it right there. We're going to get this treasure in the next upcoming weeks. Madara, Uchiha, as well as Kurama Naruto is the super rare, which will take you around, there's not really a confirmed number. It's between 1,000 to 1,200 scrolls. So these are very expensive. Hashirama is basically the same way to obtain him is pulling for his fragments, just like Itachi Susanoo. But the problem is, you only have one treasure to pull for Hashirama, while Itachi's fragments come from Kage, the Cloud Ninja treasure, as well as both Jinchuriki parts. So you have 4 different treasures giving you Itachi fragments, while Hashirama only has 1. And all the rare ninjas, pretty much the reanimated swordsman, you also have Zetsu, Toroi, Pakura. Reanimated sorcery is Beast. This is basically a treasure you want to save your seal scrolls for and pull. You will be using pretty much everyone from this treasure. It's just all really good. Fortunately, I don't have many seal scrolls, so let's see. I only have 96. Even with these, I have 118. So, assuming rares are 60 each, I'll be able to get at least 2 rare ninjas. I wanted to eventually go for my I guess Sasuke from the Kage treasure, but the Hashirama treasure is really tempting. So the Great Ninja War treasure is coming out in the next few weeks. Let's see. Quickly noticing any sort of changes. Daily practice is different. You can no longer auto this thing. Like if you had the Joni medal, you were able to auto complete these things. You can't do that anymore. You have to go through every single thing, manually do it. You also get rewards, or at least it tells you what rewards you get from doing certain events. And based on how much activity point you get. Okay, actually no, you can't auto complete this daily practice, but you can just redeem all the activity points. Huh, okay, so never mind. People in the Discord told me that you can't like auto complete these things anymore, but they are right. But instead you just get all the activity points for being level 80 or Joni medal. So it's kind of the same thing. You get better rewards than before. You get more, I guess, more experience in group victories, as well as some advanced refines and purifies. So a lot better rewards from this. And it does tell you everything to do as far as dailies, even timed events, and even tells you the daily bonus here. So it's a much better interface. Looks a lot cleaner. A lot more information, looks nicer. Ranking wise, I had no idea. I saw the BP rankings a couple like days ago. And wow, I saw like Kapow reaching 200k, which is like wow. I mean, he's almost 200k. I think he's like third strongest in the game right now. I have like beyond fell off the last 6 months and haven't been playing much recently, so it doesn't help. I honestly don't even believe that if there were some really amazing Christmas events, I would actually get back into spending for this game to really raise power. I don't know. There has to be something that I just really feel like getting, like a specific ninja, and I don't know. I need a miracle. So daily benefit hall changes as well. The online pack is no longer where the hot topics or the monthly event is. It gets moved here. So for being online, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and then this is basically 60 minutes. So you basically get all these rewards. Daily sign-in. I'm not sure what the next month's sign-in reward is gonna be. I should probably check it out real quick. Alright, so I just checked the forms for the event post, and apparently you get Sasuke as well as Sasuke breakthrough skill books for sign-in rewards. So they're finally incorporating that where you're able to obtain breakthrough materials and fragments. So next month's gonna be Sasuke. I already have him 5-star, but the breakthroughs are nice because he's really good when you actually get him fully breakthrough. Daily benefits, you get monthly card here as well. Weekly benefits are shown over here. It's honestly, the interface is a lot nicer. I like the interface for everything. Power gift, it's still at 70k. I'm not sure if China even goes past that. Resource recovery as well. Just basically stacking experience. Activation code. Naruto's Froggy. This is, what is this? So I think I'm too late because it ended, I think, the 29th. For you to, I don't even know, purchase period was, I don't even know. This thing lasts like 1 day or something. I guess I missed it either way. I think it's just, you only had 1 day to buy this. And then you had them up until the 29th to claim. I don't know. The way they put this at the top just, but I guess I'm just too late to claim all this. So they were giving out rewards here. It's interesting. I haven't seen that before. Lucky Rune stays the same. Now, the thing I was looking forward to, or at least the thing I always liked in China, was basically the survival trial. So that becomes different. Treasury, that didn't change. Mysterious Cave didn't change. I'm just going through everything just to see if the interfaces went or changed at all. Tobirama, I can actually try him out for Arena. Richfield, did it get any sort of change? Nope. Strong Approach, nope. Space Time. Yeah, not everything got a overhaul. Ultimate Training stayed the same. Okay, so for the most part, it's a new look. You know, 4.0 is gonna take some time to adjust. There's also a lot of main character talents that got changed and character talents in general that got changed. So I'll go over that after this. But the key focus was Survival Trial got completely revamped. So Ultimate Difficulty only opens up on Saturdays, and you can use a limit scroll to open it. I guess on any other day besides that. Now, the best way to do survival trial, if you have the power for it and you're able to, is to go straight to elite. You know, I already have this on normal. I didn't even do this today, so... No. Okay, let's just, changing? Okay, yeah, just change it. You basically want to be on elite, and you want to do one SS mission, which, geez, you... Like this... Alright, survival trial finally scales up. You're finally going to have real challenges. So you want to do one SS and 2 S missions, and you'll be done. You fill up all 180 points. Claim all your points, reset, do it again. That's basically what you're going to be doing for survival trial. When ultimate is open, obviously it'll be the same kind of situation. You get a lot better rewards from survival trial now, and it's just a lot faster because you were doing, I don't even know, like almost 20 battles before. And now all you have to do is 3 to get all 180 points. Assuming you win, of course, between these two. So that is the trick to survival trial now. Monthly reward ends. Hot topics. Okay, so event-wise. Lucky board is here. You got Sailor Sakura, May. The Anbu outfit got brought back, as well as Cursed Hedon, Charm Material Packs, and Refined Runes. Anbu outfit, for those who don't have it, gives around 1500 battle power boost, so it's really good to get for power. Hedon's still really good. May, honestly, you don't see May too much anymore, but she still has good damage. And Sakura is still a really good healer. Oh, I was not supposed to close out of that. Colorful balloons for consumption. Shark Kisame is here. QB Naruto, geez though, 300 points per frag. And these guys are 175 each. For the amount of times I see reanimated Daedra in events, I'm still surprised he holds up with significant amount of points. He gets recycled as much as Minato, or Jonin Minato, as well as, what's his name? Masked Man Obito do. So limited sales, you can get reanimated Haku, Nagato. They still got the breakthroughs for Hashirama and Tobirama here. Total recharge rebate, we got Raikage. Raikage has been showing up, or at least the 4th Raikage has been showing up on a lot of recharge rebates. It's a lot like lucky slot machines. Lucky Snatch is here with as well. Chance to get Masked Man. Some reanimated frags, as well as Asuma, or reanimated Asuma, I believe came out this week. Drawing 5 times gets you QB frags. Crazy Slot Machine, 3rd Raikage as the 1st place reward. It only takes about like 200 seal scrolls to get him. But I guess if you already have him 3-star from the treasure and you're trying to get 4-star, 5-star, it's good. But, you know, still getting the 1st place reward and the 2nd place is going to be really hard. Time limit recruitment for refines is here. Activity bags. Fateful Choice. This thing I think is either still continuing or whatever. Or did it just start this week? I actually don't even remember what the events were last week. It's been a pretty long week for me. I couldn't even stream on Sunday because I had something come up. So I'll make sure to stream this Sunday. Alright, the last thing I want to look over is I believe there are new breakthroughs. So, okay, the new breakthroughs aren't out. But some people were talking about Minato, or at least Hokage Minato getting breakthroughs. I don't exactly have info or images about that right now. But I'm guessing this is more for like rumors on the German side before we get anything right now. So first look at 4.0. You know, it's alright to me. I can't really say it still motivates me to play more. Survival Trials is going to be a lot better. I'm looking forward to see what kind of rewards I can get. When it comes to the visual aspects, some interfaces got upgraded, so that's cool, I guess. And honestly, when we get that Great Ninja War Treasure, that's gonna be something that's gonna completely change the meta. It's gonna wow. Just imagining all the kind of teams you'll be seeing, especially when people have Kurama Naruto, or even I would love to get Madara, even though I honestly will probably prefer Kurama Naruto at least, but I don't know. I'm too into Uchihas, so I'd rather get my Madara and run a team around that. But imagine if it does take you 1200 scrolls, it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal, considering how much more expensive all the super rares and stuff are getting. So 5-star Ningendo, and I don't even know who the first 5-star I just got was. But it doesn't matter. Alright, 5-star Ningen though. Really need to change mains. Like, I've been using Fire main with this team and it hasn't been working out too well. I have not been Wind main or Earth main since I came back, so I think it's definitely a time to try one of those. We'll also get to see all the new talents, so maybe we can just check that out. Highest power still around 95k. Haven't been really growing too much, but let us go into at least the main character talents as well as the character talent changes. Alright, so guys, I'll put the links in the description for the 2 forum posts regarding changes in 4.0. So the Lightning main gets changes. Now, alright, when 2.0 happened and I was there for it, a lot of the changes were pretty much just fixing translations to make it look more proper. So let's see. Now, alright, the Lido does cause damage, tag paralysis, lasts for 1 round. If the opponent is already suffering from tag, the skill's cooldown will be reduced to 1 round. It no longer has the minimum for the 50 chakra points in order to, so I guess it just doesn't give you a free mystery anymore, because if you had a minimum of 50 chakra points, you wouldn't use the chakra. So now it will just consume your chakra whenever you use it. But now you can basically reduce the cooldown by 1, assuming you hit a tagged unit. So they slightly changed that. Calm Mind. Before it was giving you 10% of ninjutsu, or recovered life based on 10% of your ninjutsu, and your team got 20 chakra points. But now it recovers 8% or 16%, depending on the ninjutsu's base attribute. And it will also cancel all of its debuffs and will become immune to all debuffs until the end of the round. Wow, that's like a... They buffed that slightly. I mean, that's as if you had a Genjutsu mirror without actually having to use the Fire main's mystery. Yeah, that's actually became really good. But this is the main's standard attack. So Lightning main becomes a support now with this change. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what determines whether or not it's 8% or 16%. Either that's RNG or it's just you need to have a certain amount of ninjutsu stats for it to actually trigger. Onbu special tactics. So the only change is after using the skill, the Midnight Blade will be marked as Onbu. So I guess he becomes classified as an Onbu ninja, or I have no idea what this honestly means. Alright, now they changed the clone combination tactics, so it summons 2 lightning clones instead of 1, which is based on 40% of the main's life. They last for 4 rounds, and they use Lightning Assassination Sword instead of Chidori Blade of Lightning, which causes acupuncture. So the clones no longer cause acupuncture, but you have 2 of them instead of 1. Arena Prowess, you also have the units. Okay, so this gets changed. The units, ninjutsu and attack will be increased by 12% every time a unit on the field is defeated. So this just keeps stacking up by 12% instead of 20% now. But it just counts for everyone. So it counts your opponent's team as well as yours. So if you're constantly killing clones, it's going to really stack up your main. Before, it was only your opponent's lineup. And now it counts yours and your opponent's. Water main heals 1 with the lowest life points. There's a chance of healing 2 units with the least life points instead of healing only 1. So this is it's a pretty good buff. Soul absorption. Oh wait, they actually added, wow, so this is like the Sage mode. Yeah, so they brought out the Sage mode in 4.0. The Water main gets her Sage mode. Also, the Wind main should get hers. So, before it was Soul absorption, and now they changed it to Nature energy gathering. So now you get 30 chakra points and increased ninjutsu by 15% every time a unit dies. Can be triggered up to 2 times each round. And you get Senjutsu user attribute, which is Sage mode. So it's basically, I guess, like the class or the buff, whatever it is. The Lightning main considers himself an Onbu type, while she's going to consider herself Senjutsu user. So now the mains start getting attributes for certain skills. Okay, so she summons 1 clone still. You get 30 chakra points if the clone is defeated now, instead of 20. And otherwise, there's not really any significant change. It now tells you that the life points for the clone are based off 60% of the mains. Curse Mark test gets changed into experimental ninjutsu. Before the first action in every round cause damage to oneself. This damage can never be ninjutsu attribute critical damage. Like, the way they word this thing. After causing damage to oneself, the unit's mystery skill cooldown will be reduced by 1 round. So you get a faster mystery going off. It's alright. I mean, I honestly think it's better than the Curse Mark types because the only times you would pretty much use Curse Mark ninjas was with Kimimaru, and I'm not sure if Kabuto classifies as a Curse Mark. So the Curse Mark is finally gone, and I guess this talent will be used more than the Curse Mark was at least. Reserve Seal gets changed as well. Yeah, they change it, so you get 3% of your life points, and your critical hit rate gets increased by 1% now every time your main gets attacked. Before it was increasing your attack, and you were getting 2% of your life points back. So you get more survivability, but less damage because of that. So this seems like a nerf to me. I'd rather have the attack over the critical hit rate. But 3% life points, yeah, it just kind of seems like the mains are turning more into supports, even though the water main was already more of it, or I would already consider her a support because she was a healer, but yeah, Reserve Seal kind of seems like it got nerfed. Fire main, so this thing, let's see, if a clone is present in your lineup, this skill's cooldown will be reduced by 1 round. Under ignition, units will suffer damage at the end of each round, and healing is ineffective. Okay, so I guess they just added this translation. It's nothing new. It just basically makes it where the heal would take off the ignition and it wouldn't heal through it until they got rid of the ignite. But this is cool. I mean, I guess it's a shorter cooldown with a clone. Fire style Dragon Flame Jutsu. Okay, if a clone is present, this skill's cooldown is reduced by 1. So it seems like every single mystery, except for Genjutsu Mirror, gets their cooldown dropped by 1 if you use the clone passive. So that's, assuming you use the clone, you'll have 1 shorter cooldown. For Sealing Jutsu, it's kind of cool, because this will give you an immobilization as well as an imprisonment. For these, I guess, maybe like you would try this for Ninetales. You would run the clone with Fire Style Dragon Flame Jutsu and see if you could do more damage, because your clone should survive at least 4 or 5 rounds, so you will be able to just have a Fire Style Dragon Flame. I think it's like gonna be every other round because it's already 2. I think it's a 2-turn cooldown right now, so now it'll be a 1-turn cooldown. So you'll have it every other round. Now you have Fire Style Flame Jutsu. This skill never misses. Now I'm not sure if this is a change or if they just added this. But because I honestly don't think I ever seen my Fire Style Flame Jutsu miss, so they might have just added that text to confirm it. Fire Style Celestial Prison. Now they changed this. Okay, so the attacked unit will receive ninjutsu damage whenever consuming chakra, but can't die from it. Is gone. So this thing got nerfed. Fire Style Celestial Prison was had a very good debuff because of that. Especially even like before 2.0 and when people were more or less using the clone. Fire was super strong before 2.0, and even I think before they changed it to getting rid of the Genjutsu Mirror, Fire main was super strong with this, but this is gone now, so all it does is imprisonment and just does a chase, which causes repulse. But yeah, they kind of took off the more important aspect of Celestial Prison. That's a nerf right there. Oboro Clone Jutsu. So now they state that the clone is 45% of the main's body or life points, and the Scarlet Blaze will also get an extra standard attack whenever this clone uses a standard attack. So I don't know. The Fire mains get some interesting changes. They seem to kind of bring some changes that might make it more for the damage dealing type, because an extra standard attack would be really good for the 4th one that he uses that ignites 4 people. Being able to use that twice stacks up 2 ignites or even hits the other targets that aren't ignited. So now they're basically trying to bring back the clone and allowing Scarlet Blaze to use it more. But also, when you use the clone and you're using Ninetales with the Fire Style Flame Jutsu, you'll have 2 of these, so Fire got a lot stronger for Ninetales. It got a lot stronger. And then Death Mirage. Before the first action of every round, up to 2 random units will suffer from tag. So they changed this. It no longer reduces the resistance of all units in the opponent's field. It now changes it to 2 random opponent units will suffer from tag. I assume all these mysteries are changing more towards tag because of the Great Ninja War Treasure, as I believe a lot of the swordsmen rely off tag. So it sucks that they took off the reduction to resistance, because that would allow you to hit harder with mysteries that are based on ninjutsu. But I don't know how I feel about this Death Mirage. I personally didn't use it too much before when he even dropped resistance. Now they put it so it gives you tag. I still don't think I'd use it, so it doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Now, they only have the lightning main, the water main, and the fire main. The wind main and the earth main are missing. So let me see if they have them anywhere. Alright, so you have to scroll past. Like, apparently some people got the post before Acer did, so it kind of split up the thread. So you just have to scroll down and you will see it. So we have Breeze Dancer. So they changed it. This skill no longer causes blind. Oh no, it still causes blindness. It's red here. But it will hit the selected unit as well as one other random unit. So it gets a buff. It can hit up to 2 targets now. Giant Rasengan. Okay. This skill, let's see. Cause ninjutsu to the entire lineup. If there are at least 2 Breeze Dancer Shadow clones in your lineup, this skill's cooldown is reduced by 1. So, same thing with the Fire Main, where the clone is being used more and giving you some better synergy. You now also have the same thing for the Wind Main's clones. Now, her standard attack generates, generates 1 to 2 Shadow clones with life based on 20% of the main's life. These clones, okay. So now you can summon up to 2 clones, but it just does at least 1 every time. So maybe if you have enough RNG, you can keep getting 2. It's interesting. You know, you'll get a shorter cooldown only for the Giant Rasengan though. That's the only mystery that actually gets affected for the clones right now, for the Wind Main. Now, they finally added a very key chase, which this is why Wind Main teams in China, when it came to the Great Ninja War Treasure, were so good, is because the Shutan Rasengan can be triggered twice. Now 4.0 gives us that change. China had that for a while. This is going to make some Wind Main teams a lot stronger because of this. So Shutan Rasengan gets a better chase. For teams in China that were using Joni Minato, Reanimated, Sagemon Hashirama, and Kurama Naruto, this chase was doing a lot of work in that kind of synergy. So that's a really good update. Now wind style gets changed, or at least it now gives you blindness to the target. Combo Blade of Wind. After using the skill, the Blade Dancer will get an extra, or Breeze Dancer will get an extra standard attack. That's pretty cool. Flower Guard. Let's see if this got changed. So at the beginning of battle, this unit and another random female unit in your lineup will be immune to debuffs and will have a shield. So it no longer targets up to 3 female ninjas. But it does give you stronger shields because now it's based on 40% instead of 20%. So it will only affect the main characters when it's one other female. So assuming you only run, like, I don't know, to stack one other female in your team and just run guy units to make it hit her, I guess. It's just a stronger shield, lasts for 2 rounds, and it also gives you immune to debuffs. I guess it's alright. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really run Empress teams in a very long time. Not since the Kage Treasures first came out, so how this is going to affect it? It honestly seems like Flower Guard and the other passive always get changed for Wind Main every time we go up in a different update. Chakra Coordination. If your main character is in the field, every time a unit from your lineup recovers chakra, they also recover 12% of their life. So you get 2% more life back instead of 10%. At the beginning of battle, generate 3 clones based on 20% of the main's HP. So they just use Taijutsu as their standard attack and have a high chance of causing low float. So they no longer hit the front line, or whatever this is trying to say, but they do have a high chance of causing low float. So they might actually trigger a chain combo for you Natural Draining, which becomes basically I don't know, like we all said it was a Sage mode, but now you get it where retreat or receive 15 chakra points and increase this unit's ninjutsu by 6% every time this unit triggers its own chase skill. So running this with Shutan Rasengan, you'll be able to trigger it twice. So you will get 30 chakra points and you will get 12% ninjutsu as a bonus to your main, which is really good. And yes, this is a Sage mode because it's a Senjutsu user. So the Water main and the Wind main get really good Sage mode skills. Wind main is going to be very strong now. I mean, you pair it up with Natural Draining, you pair it up with the Shutan Rasengan, you get yourself that Joni Minato, get a lot of Wind Ninjas. Hokage Minato is supposedly getting skill books soon as well, or breakthroughs. Wind main is going to be very strong with these changes. So Wind main is looking beyond solid now. Crimson Fist, my least favorite main. And the images didn't even load. So, Earth Style, Super Stone Fist Jutsu. Now it gives you 30% shields instead of 20%. And it gives a shield to all units in your lineup. I don't know if it was limited before. Oh, before it was only for the main. Okay, before it was only for the main, but now it does it for your entire lineup with a stronger shield. Earthmain gets a really good buff. So it still does damage up to 4 units, which is ninjutsu and taijutsu. And it gives your entire lineup a shield based on 30% resistance. That's really solid. Wow, that actually sounds really good. Maybe it's time to try out Earthmain. You know, I haven't tried out Wind and Earth since I came back, and now they got really good changes so far. Still a lot more to go through for the Earthmain, but yeah, I think it's definitely a time to try those out. So let's see, generate a shield based on 50% of this unit's resistance. Moreover, the players will obtain 20 chakra points for each unit in the same column. So instead of getting 40 chakra points, you get 20 chakra points now for every single unit in the same column, which at most you'll be able to get is 60. So it is a slight buff, but it has a different condition now. So assuming this actually counts the main with the 2 other units in the column, it will actually give you 60 chakra now. Now, Earth Style Petrifying Jutsu generates a shield based on 10% resistance, which is less than before, to the 2 units with the least life points on your lineup. But there is a chance that these shields may be based on 20% of this unit's base resistance. Okay, so since they give you this pretty crazy buff on the mystery, they had to lower the standard attack, just because you could run like full-on shield teams at this point, and it could cause a problem unless you're facing opponents that just have like disperse buffs and all these kind of abilities that could basically take your shields off. So that could have been a pretty strong stack if you had 20% still all the time, but at least there's still a chance to get 20%. Okay, what's our universe? It seems like I got a big change. If the unit is surrounded by a shield, it is changed to attack an opponent's units. So it attacks more than one, it just doesn't specify it. And cause earth and water attribute damage. And the affected unit will suffer from low flow and immobilize. This skill never misses. So now you have to have... Okay, so now you have to have, like, it's just... now they specify that you have to have a shield. For this passive to change the standard attack, it just seems all... That just, I don't know, that just sounds stupid. But that's the change, you know, you need to have a shield now for the passive to work. Earth Style Boulder Jutsu. At the beginning of battle, generates shields based on 40% of the unit's resistance, up to 9 units in your field. Okay, so instead of doing 50%, which would basically generate for your team, now it works for 9 units. So this is going to be very good in AoE. Great Ninja War, ranked battle. Yeah, I mean, when it involves just other teams, other players, this is really good. So he gets like an AoE support ability with this passive. Steel Body. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So they change it where he has 100% increased defense. To this unit will have its defense and resistance increased by 0.7% every time it loses 1% of its life points. Seems like a nerf at this point, to be honest, because 100% defense start straight up. But you're getting defense and resistance up this time, which means the lower your life is, the higher the shields that you will be bringing out for your team are. So it's a trade-off. I think it definitely works better with the way they change the main, because your standard attack will be, okay, this standard attack. Your standard attack will now be giving you basically, the higher your resistance goes up, the bigger the shields will be, especially if you get the 20% to stack off. And the same goes for the main, or for the mystery. So it's a pretty good change. If this unit is in the field, all units in your lineup will have their resistance increased by 40% and defense increased by 20%. So this guy changed from 60% resistance buff to 40%. Everything else stayed the same though. All your lineup units, although it says when this unit is in the field, your team units will receive the buff. And now it says all your lineup units will, so I'm not sure that means across all teams in the same line or still just your line, or I don't know, the phrasing is off for that one. When this unit is in the field, every male ninja will have the combo rate increased by 40% as well as attack increased by 20%. So this is buffed. Before it was only giving 40% combo rate, now it gives you 20% attack as well as combo rate, which is a lot better. So those go the main character changes. Wind main and Earth main got the best changes out of everyone. Kind of feels like the Lightning main slowed down as far as the pace. I don't know, like honestly doesn't seem anything amazing for the Lightning main as far as the changes go. Water main also got Sage mode, which is cool. Fire main seems like it'll be a little more focused on the damage side because of the clone interaction. It seems like Fire main is gonna just continue being the king of Ninetales though, especially when you keep your clone out and get that reduced cooldown on this, and you get a second standard attack. Yeah, Fire main is gonna be a lot better for Ninetales, so that's definitely something you should look forward to. Now I'll check through all the character talents that got changed just for regular ninjas. Alright, so when it comes to ninjas, there's gonna be a lot. And I honestly don't feel like reading through all this because it would be like an hour-long video, or a lot longer. So Gaara, he has a higher shield for himself, which is based on 30% resistance now, instead of 20%. Or at least, actually, no, this is from the previous upgrade. So before, it didn't even give you a shield. So this part is new for his standard attack. Let's see. And then he also has, at the beginning of the battle, generates a shield for all units in the same field as Gaara. So he no longer does this before every action. He only does this at the start of the battle. So Gaara gets changed that way. Sanian Ward Jiraiya, that's a surprise. At the beginning of the battle, reduces the resistance of all units in the opponent's lineup by 10%. Before it was 20% for 2 rounds. I guess it's a permanent 10% now. And it doesn't cause any more damage like it did before. But the damage was so small, I don't even think it mattered. Alright, Tsunade Sanin War. She now recovers life points based on 80% of her own ninjutsu attribute. And Tsunade will also cancel all debuffs she might be suffering. Moreover, Tsunade will be able to use her standard attack 2 times every round. That's pretty good of a change, honestly. Like, that is a really solid change for her. Orochimaru's ambition. Orochimaru will increase his own ninjutsu and attack by 14% every time a unit from the field is defeated. Guess that counts as opponents as well as your team. So it's a lot better because before it capped out 6 times each round. Now if you can do more than that, yeah, but it's still Sanian Ward Orochimaru, and I don't see anyone using him anymore. Fourth Hokage Minato. This is an interesting one. Cause wind attribute damage. Okay, this seems like it got fixed. If the selected target is already tagged, up to 9 opponents will suffer wind attribute damage. Whoa. It doesn't say. Wow. So before was the entire lineup will suffer damage, but now it's up to 9 opponents. I don't know. It kind of seems like they just fixed up the wording a little bit to clean it up. But if it does change it to an opponent's team to instead of up to 9 enemies, that's a pretty good change. Flying Raijin Slash. Before each action, a random unit will suffer damage and be tagged. But Minato's attack will be increased by 9% and his combo rate increased by 12%. So he gets a buff, but this no longer gets triggered twice each round. So the tag was very important for his mystery, but getting an attack boost as well as combo rate is pretty good. I guess it's a fair trade-off. Heroes of Konoha, at the beginning of battle, all units from your field will have the resistance increased by 40%, lasts for 5 rounds. It no longer increases your own combo by each action, so I guess that's why they put the combo rate up here. So they kind of separated that part and put it into Flying Raijin Slash. I don't know, honestly, it doesn't seem like he got changed. I kind of feel like his mystery already did that. And if they did change it to hit up to 9 enemies from any person's team if you're doing Greninja War, it makes them slightly better. But they kind of just split these two in half and gave one to the other and just took off the ability for it to happen twice. Fourth Raikage. It no longer specifies that as a 5 combo. So if the opponent's field has a unit under tag, replace his standard attack 4. The affected unit will suffer high float. After this attack, the unit will be no longer tagged. I don't know, it just changes the standard attack. No longer says that it does the 5 combo, so I don't know what his attack is now. It just more or less seems like they fixed the wording of this, like they just changed that. So this seems like it stays the same. Reanimated Nagato is now classified as an Uzumaki clan type. Fu is now classified as a curse mark. Torun is classified as a curse mark. Dorui is classified as a blood limit type. Six Tails Jinchuriki Utakata is classified as a hit and miss type. And that's it. Huh. Wait, know what? We fixed the skills description. Okay, I don't even know. Yeah, there's actually not as many Naruto, or I guess ninja changes as I thought there were. I thought there was going to be like pages upon pages, but yeah, surprisingly, there's not too many ninja changes. So main-wise, I really feel like playing Wind Main now, and definitely feels like Earth Main will be a very solid support. So I would like to eventually try that out. Now, today is Thursday, so we have Ninetales. Yes, we do. Or we don't. I don't even know. We don't have Ninetales now. So did they finally change it to where Ninetales has a different schedule? Wow, apparently they did. So Ninetales... Was Ninetales not on Thursdays too? Like, I'm trying to think of this right now. So Ninetales is Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday was Greninja War. Saturday was Greninja War. I'm pretty sure Ninetales was on Thursdays? I don't know. I might honestly be like, this might have been a change in 3.0, and I'm just noticing now that Cat Quiz took over Ninetales. So, yeah, I'm probably just like messing up right now. It was probably not on Thursdays since Cat Quiz came out. Just forget about that. So, the next time I could actually try it will be tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll try out Ninetales with the Fire Main and see how that goes. But definitely by the next Sunday stream, I plan to be at least a Wind Main, or go Wind Main to be honest. I don't have Joni Minato to test him out. So the best I could do is like some team with Sage Naruto. And probably like Kazekage Gaara. But we'll see what happens. So I think I went over all the changes in 4.0. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found some of the information I put useful. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys next time.